get your phone.
On the nose.
Together we can grow. You're all my time. Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Guys, if you're new here, man, subscribe, man. So I thought I'd actually make this video for you guys in like year 10 and year 11 who are probably gonna go to sixth form next year, just to like compare and contrast the IB versus A level, because I know a lot of you guys in like younger years, you're wondering whether or not you should do the IB or all A levels. So I've got my friend Marie who's actually done both, who's kindly agreed to make the video with me. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to give you guys some good advice on whether or not to do IB or to do A levels. So yeah, let's get on with the video, guys, and I'll catch you guys in school.
What about, because there are different levels of drunk.
Yeah.
What if you're kind of tipsy and the other person's just
blacked out? They just got like this black.
Then you can argue
But
then.
the thing, in that situation, I feel like you need to actually take a breath to literally tell, like, you were drunker than this person.
So I generally went and just asked teachers, can we set this up? It literally took like 2 snaps and it's all set up. So yeah.
That's calm, man. This woman, yeah, you guys don't know. This woman, she does the most in our school, yeah. Like, literally, look at her, she just works, everything. Sixth form interviews, cast, everything, she's on top of it, but yeah, she really does the most, man. Guys, get at Chimney if you need help, man. Get at Chimney.
Get me for life advice, support, need help with extended essay, we just need someone to talk to, just come.
Guys, man, Chimney, man. Guys, welcome back to my channel. Wait, I don't know why I'm saying welcome back, but this will be like during the video, innit? But I've actually got my friend Maria here because I thought I'd make the video in it to talk about, to just compare A levels and the IB, because I know a lot of you guys will be wondering whether or not you should do the IB or do A levels. So I've got my mate Maria here who's actually done both, just to give like her just to give her like opinion on doing both. So yeah, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Maria. I did A levels last year for a year. So I did biology, maths, physics, and geography. And now I do A level. I mean IB.
Yeah,
and now I do IB. Yeah. So my highs are geography, biology, and psychology, and then standard maths, French standard, and.
English
lit best. Okay, so my bad.
Yeah. In terms of like the workload, like what do you find like different between like IB and A level? Because that's the main like.
Yeah, it's the main question and concern most people have. Right, so I think the important thing to remember is when you're stuck doing A levels, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you haven't had that comparison of doing IB, so obviously. The work that you're doing at A level is still hard, and there's a lot of it.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So if you do like physics for a high level at IB, and you're doing it as an A level, you're still going to find it hard both ways, and it's still going to be a lot of work. You're still going to have to put an equal amount of work in. So both seem hard when you're doing it. Do you get me? Like it's hard work at the same. Like
a lot of people, they think, oh, because A level physics is gonna be nothing compared to guys. It's the same. Stop kidding yourself.
And same thing with like people just saying in general, like A levels are gonna be easy. They're not. Like, do you know what I mean? It's higher. Like it's a higher education.
Serious,
it's just
man.
not exactly.
Yeah.
But I'd say workload. The thing, so you do more subjects obviously at IB, right?
Yeah.
But A level gets you 2.7 qualifications on average.
Yeah.
Fact.
Guys,
so obviously it's a lot less than IB in comparison.
Yeah.
And I think when you're doing A level, you don't get the same amount of preparation that IB gives you for uni. And I think A-level students only really clock like when they're doing A-level that they've got to do all this extra work that prepares them for uni, whereas we've got like TOP, we've got CAS, we've got extended essay. We have to have essay practice.
Do IB, guys.
Exactly, man. Essentially.
No, man. We're not trying to promote. We're being honest, man. We're being honest.
No,
yeah. Another thing, it might not apply so much because we actually haven't done our mocks, guys. It's like 40 days to our mocks, man.
No, don't mention that.
We're shooting YouTube
Don't watch that.
videos.
Don't watch that.
We're not saying, yeah.
No.
Another thing that some people like have in mind is like the difference between like the exams in A levels and the exam. We haven't really done any exams, but like just like in class test perhaps.
And stuff. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I think the major thing with IB is that you've got coursework.
Yeah.
And that is a huge help, man.
Coursework will save you, man. It will save.
100%. Like it has got your back. Like that is. So you know how we did speaking for English? We've already done our English speaking.
Yeah.
That already feels comforting that we've got that in the bag.
Yeah, you got it in the bag, man. You got
exactly.
It in the bag.
And that's what 15% of your final
15.
thing. That's mad.
Yeah,
like
mad.
you've got that done before you even go in. And that's for every single subject that you've got coursework that you've got to do. Like even maths, we do coursework.
Yeah.
So exactly. So it's more. It's like comforting, you know. There's less to go wrong.
Yeah.
So with A levels, you've obviously got specifications. That's the huge difference. So IB, you've got one thing, right? You've got one test. Everyone in the world is going to be sitting the same test. There's no AQA, Edexcel, and all that. It's all one single moderated paper.
Yeah.
That's the big difference, I think. Because personally, I preferred biology exams a lot more at A level, but that's only because I had an amazing specification. I don't think you realise how important specifications are until you've got a really good one. Because I had Salters Nuffield, right? And it's an amazing like specification because how it's structured is you've got everything's based off of case studies. So when you learn about genetics or whatever, it's based off of like cystic fibrosis. So it constantly ensures you're engaged. In IB, it's a lot of knowledge and just content. And even though you learn about cystic fibrosis, it's only very brief. But I think definitely coursework's probably like your biggest help. So that's probably the biggest change and difference.
Another major thing, is that some of you won't be aware, but in the IB you do this thing called called talk and extended essay.
Theory of knowledge, extended essay, man. EE.
We're out here, man. We're out here. But yeah, like what did you do EPQ when you're doing A levels?
So I didn't do EPQ, but a lot of people did, and I think 100%. If you're doing A levels or if you're planning on doing A levels and you're watching this, do EPQ. Like do it because it prepares you. Like the reason why we're made to do it at IB is because it prepares you for university and having to do essays and knowing how to write. And like I'm not gonna lie, it's not like the best thing. I mean, it's writing an essay. Like some people love it, but it's hard work. It's not easy. It's like you're putting in work that later on you're going to regret if you haven't done.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think when we get to uni or the stage where we're starting to do work for uni, we're going to really start to appreciate that and that we've had to do that. And I think that's really important.
I feel no for a bit. Guys, you're fans, man. We're fans. I don't watch well ahead. Yeah, guys, don't watch that. But yeah, because a lot of you guys here, you're forgetting that if you're going to sixth form, chances are you're doing it so that you can go on to university. So the work that you don't do now, for example, because you do A levels, because it's apparently easier than IB, fam, you're gonna have to catch up next. You're gonna have to catch up in uni. So
definitely, and I think A levels and the government in general, they're realising that. So I was actually reading an article like before this because obviously I had a bit of prep. So they're becoming like outdated because people are doing so many like subject specific things. So say if you want to go on to do like be a doctor, right? And you want to do medicine. Like if you're doing A levels, you're only going to have done biology, chemistry and maths. And then if you choose like to do 4, which I'm sorry, I'm praying for you. Then that's such a like small amount of things. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't have done English. Like we have to do English. We have to know how to write essays.
English is key, man.
Exactly. It's key. It's the key to life.
It's the key, man.
It's the key. So I just think it's just like it's really advantageous. And I think I was reading about it and it was like, so why don't like all schools do IB if it's so good? Because it costs a lot. Really, you have to become an IB qualified school. So for us to be going to such a good IB school. We are actually lucky. And I don't
This
think
is not
people
promoted,
realise-
guys. in
Not
any way.
promoted.
Hey, guys.
But I mean, like, if someone wants to promote us, it's
Yeah, man,
calm.
we're struggling, man.
We're struggling out here. But yeah, man, like that's my honest opinion, genuinely.
As we're getting to the end of the video, what's the one key advice you give to people that are picking between A levels and IB? And think about, don't just go like rumbling on, like think about and give like one key advice. Because like, fam, life's too short to have regrets in it, man.
Man. Whatever you're planning on going on to do, make sure that the things you're gonna do in the next 2 years are gonna be able to get you there. Because you don't wanna be in a position where a year in you realise, damn, I need to have done like this and I haven't done it, and that's blocked you from doing what you wanna do. But at the same time, if you're not sure about what you want to do, I say go for IB. It gives you a huge range.
Variety.
Yeah.
Even now, there's people in our year, February 1st, people are switching subjects,
Yeah,
man. It's not easy.
True. Like,
it's not easy.
someone switched like I think 3 weeks ago to my geography class. They switched their hires.
And we've got mocks coming up as
Yeah,
well.
man. So I just think IB gives you such a huge variety. So I think if you're not sure what you want to do, IB is the way to go.
Yeah, it's the way to go, man.
Yeah.
Guys, man, we've got Maria here. She's a natural, man. She's a natural. But thank you so much, Maria, for being on the vlog.
problem,
Like,
man.
guys, some people are really shy about going on the vlog, but Maria was just like a natural. So, guys, if you found this useful, guys, you know what to do, man. Smash that like button, subscribe, and
Leave
yeah,
a
man.
comment down
Guys,
below, obviously.
Let me know, yeah, if this was actually helpful and whether or not you actually want to do IB or A levels in general. But yeah, roll the next clip, guys. Roll the next clip. Peace. Yo, what is up, guys? So we're actually making our way to rugby now. So guys, it's been a long day. It's been a long day.
Subscribe.
But yeah, I got my boy Oli. I got
My
Ore,
Instagram's gonna be here.
Clemens.
Yeah.
Yo, nah, they're not feeling you. They're not feeling you. But yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap up the vlog here because, guys, man, when the light is tight after. Wait, what happened? I don't know what they're doing. But basically, the light is probably really bad after rugby. So I'll probably wrap up the vlog here. Guys, if you like today's video and the interview with Maria, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Guys, remember, take their food, fam. Peace.
Didn't even get to cross.